Hello and welcome to the month of February, which is known for its Valentine's Day. The 14th, I believe. So, to celebrate, honor, acknowledge that I'm just going to be, well, at the very least playing this game, because I've seen it and it looks vaguely interesting. I happen to like magic. So, it's a dating sim with magic, which will hopefully make it more interesting. So, let's get started, shall we? Let's see. Character. It actually has a character creator. That's excellent. Style 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's really long hair. I've always wondered at anime hair. It always seems just it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, those are cool. Pigtails. I think I'm going to choose this one, or this one. Let's see what the colors are. Pink, red, darker red. Colors. Ooh, purple. Lovely. Alright, I like that one the best. Face. So we have wide-eyed, sly, content. That one. I think I like this one the best. It's kind of smirky. Eye color. Critically important eye color. Green all the way through to vaguely purple. I like purple. You may have noticed. And body types. Alright, we'll go with this one. Oh, name. Not Mary Sue. I shall not be playing her as a Mary Sue, that's certain. Oh, let's go with Minerva. No. Bad. Press tab, and apparently that does something. Let's see. Minerva. Think of a good name. Yeah, I can't think of a good name, actually. So let's see. So she's magical, and this is basically a Harry Potter. This is basically a Harry Potter dating sim. So Minerva Granger. And we enter the game. Smart 20. Magnificent. Strong 20. Unfortunate. Cute 5. Weird 5. Well, we need to move this one up a lot, and this one. Possibly this one as well. Then we can find a way to move that one down. Let's see here. Red magic, blue magic, green magic, black magic. Alright, it all started about 3 years ago on my 13th birthday. I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. At first, I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either. Within a few minutes, they'd all convinced themselves that nothing unusual had happened. Then the next day, a strange old woman showed at my doorstep to offer me the choice for my future. Minerva, you're a wizard. Yes. And now, here I am, 16 and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic. The school lies in a hidden valley in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles from my home in New Hampshire. Hampshire? I don't know where that is. Geography's irritating. My parents drove me out here, but we already said our goodbyes. I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds so I could walk the rest of the way on my own. I knew Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go, and I didn't want my new classmates to see me for the first time looking like that. Actually, I'm surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective. Maybe he's finally recognizing that I'm not a little kid anymore. Anyway, it means I have to carry my own suitcases, which contain all that I have to my name for the next 9 months. Not many clothes because we'll be wearing school uniforms all the time, but I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room. Whoosh. There it is, up ahead. Interesting. Doesn't look like what I'd expect a magic school to look like. Exactly. Oh, she agrees with me. The campus looks more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. Seriously. Pretty buildings, lots of trees and wide open spaces. Summer is still lingering here. The leaves haven't yet started to turn. Aw, I like fall. I walk a little faster, feeling slightly too warm in this long robe and cape. I have a robe and cape. Wonderful. Flower beds and arches stretch out around me. So many doors and windows, and they all look the same. There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. I have been accepted to Horse Hall, which is for adventurous girls, whatever that means. In other words, we're Gryffindor. The other 2 girl halls are the Butterflies, who are probably girly girls, and the Snakes. So, Hufflepuff and Slytherin. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse. I'd rather be a snake, personally. Unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly where Horse Hall is. Wonder if I can actually play this character like a snake. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I look down at my suitcases while I walk, trying to remember which She's going to run into someone, of course she is. Trying to remember which pocket I stuck the letter into, when suddenly... Did it really just do a sound effect? That is amazing. I bump into someone. Ah! Oops, sorry. Look at that. Lovely. He's an older man in school robes, no hall symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This is not a good first impression. Sorry, sir. A new student, I see. And what might your name be? He has a lovely voice, dark and rich with a refined... Yes, I knew it was a British accent. I think. Sort of. With a refined British accent, he doesn't seem to be too angry with me. I relax a little. Minerva Granger, sir. I just got here. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be. My voice trails off as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through the large book he was carrying. Miss Granger, is it? Wild Seed. How unsurprising. Wild? More than likely a complete waste of my time. You have no idea how much you have been given, and you will throw it all away. He scribbles something into the book, then slams it shut. 10 demerits. Not a promising start. Pay more attention to your studies than you do to where you're walking, Miss Granger, or you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the new year. With a snap of his wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. What was the snap of the wrist for? I haven't even started school yet, and already one of my teachers hates me. Whoosh. After a bit of looking around, I found the way into the girls' dormitories and located my hall. There are 9 doors in this hall, only one of which is labeled bathroom. Each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it. I hope it's a big bathroom. My own letter informed me I would have 2 roommates, but didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I haven't seen anyone wearing a horse insignia. All I can do is find my room and wait for them to show up. Here it is, room 3. I open the door and pick up my suitcases. How is she lugging around 3 suitcases? Now I know why she has 20 strength. She needs it. Walking inside, I find a fairly ordinary-looking bedroom. No skulls or drippy candles or blacklight posters on the walls. No incense or crystals anywhere. Aww. Unless they just haven't had time to unpack yet. A girl who had been sitting on one of the beds stands up. Hello? You're a horse. Something about that is just hilarious to me. I didn't mean that the way it sounded. Hi, I'm Minerva. Are you my roommate? One of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed, but she went out to talk to somebody. I may have her voice wrong. Not that there's official voices, but still. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Virginia. The state, I mean. I'm not sure where Virginia the girl is from. I tilt my head. You don't have much of a southern accent. It's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. What about you? New Hampshire. Not too far from here. Are all those books yours? Yeah. There aren't any computers here, so I brought my old encyclopedias. Excellent. And those are textbooks for the classes I'd be taking this year at my other school if I hadn't left. You must be a really good student. Not really. I probably won't even open them, but I didn't know what I'd need, and I didn't want to need something and not have it. Well, that's good enough. Also the start of hoarding, but useful. Those books were everything I could find out about magic. The real kind, now that I know it's real. Oh, so she's probably another wild seed. Yeah, isn't it great? We're going to be witches, just like in the movies. Specifically the Harry Potter movies. Oh good, you're wild seed too. What does wild seed mean? Come on, you have 20 intelligence. Smart. Smart's 20. Intelligence 20. Same thing. It means your parents weren't magic. So you're like a wild flower. She holds out her hand for me to shake. Me? My family's all magical, so I always knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia. She has a pretty strong grip. Minerva. Pleasure to meet you. Is it a problem, being wild? I met a professor and he was sort of rude about it. A professor? Shaggy black hair, big nose. Yeah, I sort of bumped into him. He seems a lot like Snape. Oh no, now you'll be on Gravi's blacklist. The professor grabs girls? No, that's his name. Professor Graviner. He hates me. He hates everybody, so it doesn't make much difference. Don't worry about it. Nobody cares if you're a born witch or not. Not really. And everybody's scared of Gravi. He's a monster. William warned me about him. Who's William? My bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall. But enough about boys. What sports do you play? What do you like? I like softball, but I'm better at volleyball. Good strong arms. Me, I prefer soccer. What about you, Minerva? I guess I'm mostly best at track. I like to run. Your legs, her arms, and my fighting spirit. For the total package. Go horses! Yeah. Are there sports teams for wizards here? Not exactly. There's bounders, but that's not a real sport. This word, I suspect there'll be something. But there is a gym, and we can start our own sports team if we have to. Right, Minerva? I guess? Sorry. I'm rolling you over, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen. I'll introduce you to my brothers. Huh? Okay. Oh, my first choice. Who cares about those brothers of hers? Let's unpack. Okay, I'll see you later. Don't forget, Minerva, orientation is tomorrow, and you'll get to see old Gravi again. Great. I guess I'd better start putting things away. Everything moves quickly here, and I don't intend to get left behind. Tomorrow I start learning magic. Morning assembly. At 9 a.m. on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gymnasium wearing capes and robes, just like me. But they're not completely like me. One boy has fur ears and a long, fluffy tail. I see he ran afoul of a polyjuice potion. One girl has glittering wings. Cool. And pink hair, which isn't actually normal. Although in that case it's probably dyed. And that girl looks like a vampire. Ooh. Hope she is. I like vampires. Is that what it means to be a born witch? Being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. No, that's just silly. The muttering and shuffling of students drops off as someone steps up to the podium. Hello, my little flower buds. Welcome to Iris Academy. Wait, what is that accent I'm doing? I start to applaud, but freeze as I realize that no one else is. Then Virginia beside me picks up the clapping loudly. Soon the whole room is cheering. Poor Minerva. The witch holds up her hands and the room settles back into silence. My name is Professor Potsdam, and I will be one of your instructors in the ways of magic. For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you never imagined. For others, this is only the next step in a journey you have been expecting all of your lives. At Iris Academy, we teach spelling using the pentachromatic system. Okay, so spelling as in magical spells and... Oh yeah, there is 5. I thought there was 6. Okay. Red magic is forceful, but not necessarily violent. Blue is the color of transformation and change. Green is the color of life and the world of plants and animals. White magic affects the mind and spirit, and black magic is contained within physical objects. Interesting. So, force, violence, change, transformation, life, natural world, physical, mental. I guess I'm focusing on white magic then. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical color, but a beautiful painting doesn't need every shade. It's style that matters. You all have different strengths, different talents. Here at Iris Academy, we embrace that diversity and tailor your education to your needs. Ah, Iris Academy. Probably to do with the colors. Choose your schedule to focus your personal talents. Don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star wherever it may lead you. That is the way in which you are all alike. You each have your own future, and I know you'll make us proud. Her starry-eyed way of speaking reminds me a little bit of my old school's guidance counselor, but she certainly seems nicer than Professor Graviner. I wonder which classes she teaches. You have been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. Not that my character is much of a horse. For the girls, we have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes. Each group claps as their name is called, the horses louder than the others, or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting with more of them. For the boys, we have the daring wolves, the elegant falcons, and the eldritch toads. Why toads? Of all the things to pick, why toads? To be fair, I suppose that makes it. Let's see, horses to wolves, butterflies to falcons, and snakes to toads. I suppose it fits it well enough. Lovely. Minerva shares my thoughts. I'm not sure what eldritch means, but toads sounds even worse than snakes. I hope you'll all become good friends, not just in each hall and not just in your year, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you get to know and trust your roommates, so that by the end of the year you'll be able to work as a team for your final exams. And I know you're all looking forward to your exams, yes? The audience, predictably, groans. Oh, come on. At least someone had to have said yes or something. It's magic! Who cares if they're exams? It's still magic! The wild seeds should be going crazy. For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set you practical challenges in the school dungeons. Now this is something I don't understand. Why does this school have a dungeon? Hogwarts had a dungeon because it was a castle. This is like a school. Schools don't have dungeons. The school has dungeons. Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you have chosen to learn, so think ahead about what might be useful and how. So I can't just focus entirely on white magic, because I'll likely need the other kinds for certain situations. Because white magic affects the mind and spirit, and so if I have to face a physical puzzle or an inanimate object, then white magic will be basically useless. So I might as well get some black magic. Okay, are you all ready for magic? Open up your diaries and begin penciling in your schedule. So that's magical diary. I wonder why it's called a diaries. Don't schools normally call them planners? I need to choose which classes to attend this week. There are classes for each kind of magic, plus general study, which sounds boring, and gym class, which I've always liked. Don't worry, I'll make sure you stop liking it. I can also schedule free time to relax and unwind. Who needs that? For most of my life, my classes have been planned out for me by my school. It wasn't until last year that I got to make any choices at all. Cantonese, French or Spanish, physics, chemistry or biology. Still, everyone had to have the same number of classes, and they all started and ended at the same time. You couldn't get out of it. If I can choose whatever schedule I want here, what would happen if I never went to class at all? Would they really let me get away with that? You, lose in the dungeons. And the exams. What should I do this week? Yay! Okay. So this is sleep, study, gym, and then all the magics. I should probably have some sleep at some point. Why not take Friday off? Now, first up, I want to learn a bit of white, and then these. That looks good, because I want to get ahead on white magic early on. A little bit of black magic and green magic, just so I can have that basic knowledge, and we'll go for blue and red next week. And we're off. Activity. White magic. When I arrive at the classroom, I find Professor Potsdam standing by the chalkboard. Good morning, Starshines! You'll need to sit down before we can start, but take your time, relax, get comfortable. That's very important when working with this particular style of magic. Taking her at her word, I yawn and stretch before I settle into my seat. To some people, white is the absence of color, a blank canvas. In the non-magical world, white is a complete spectrum, all colors combined into one. In some ways, you could think of white magic as either of these things. White magic is the tool you use to access the spiritual realm. Ghosts, dreams, creatures from other planes, the thoughts of those around you. With white magic you can experience and communicate with things that are normally hidden. There is one thing I need to warn you about. Some people have tried to use white magic to control minds and spirits, instead of asking for their aid. Don't do it. You will regret it. But that's what I wanted it for! Now, shall we go on with the lesson? What sort of warning is that? Does she mean that it won't work? Or that we'll be expelled or arrested or our brains will melt or what? See, thank you. Someone asking the good questions. Maybe she'll tell us more later. Success! Gained 1 white magic skill, 1 stress. Activity. White magic. Success! Gained 2 white magic skill. More stress. And 2 stress. Black magic. I don't know why, but for some reason, Minerva and I are thinking on the exact same wavelengths. And I haven't played this before. This is my first run through the game. I arrive in the classroom feeling slightly apprehensive. Black magic. Will there be zombies? Good morning. Has everyone got a smock or an apron? There are plenty at the back. Aprons? What are we going to do with those? For those of you who are new to our magical traditions, I should reassure you that black magic has nothing to do with death or evil. A disappointment. There's no such thing as evil magic. There's no such thing? There's no evil magic? At all? No. That's unfortunate. Wait, what about corrupted white magic? There's no such thing as evil magic. There's only magic. The bad and the good come from how you choose to use it. Okay, so I can still do evil things. Black is the color of weight, solidity, and permanence. Black magic is the magic of enchantments in physical form. All wands and things like that are created with black magic. This does mean that cursed items are enchanted with black magic as well. That might be how people got the wrong idea. A pale girl with dark hair raises her hand. Ooh, a snake. You're kidding me. Yes, Raven? Since you're enchanting matter, and bones are matter, you could use black magic to animate a skeleton, right? That's an interesting question. You could certainly enchant a skeleton to hold a spell, or react in some way. You could set a skull to chatter its jaw when anyone came near, like an alarm. But to make something that could walk around and act on its own, you'd need to bind a spirit to it, and that calls for another kind of magic. White magic. We will get to combined techniques later in the year. Now, one of the easiest ways to infuse magic into a physical substance is to mix things together in liquids, potions. That's what we'll be starting with. Potions class. Yay. Always remember to wear a smock or apron. Potion stains can ruin your uniform. I assume they can also burn and kill you. Activity. Green magic. She is everywhere. When I arrive at the classroom, I find Professor Potsdam standing by the chalkboard. Hello, little seedlings. Please take your class seats. Today you're going to learn about green magic, the magic of life. This is a very important skill for any witch or wizard to have, especially when you get to be a certain age. Your body is a garden to be cared for. With proper tending, it could last for centuries. So green magic is the magic of immortality. Excellent. Slowly, carefully, you must encourage your subjects to grow in the direction you prefer. Be patient, and the rose vines will lose their thorns and twine around you. But I like thorns. One of the students makes a scoffing noise. If it can heal, it can kill. What happens if you force something to grow the wrong way? Quickly. Why would you want to do that? Because you don't like the life in front of you. Well, if that's your plan, I can look forward to working with you for a very long time. Life has its own flow. You can change it, but the harder you push, the more energy you'll need. To cause a great change in an instant takes immense power. So you could better get started. Success! 3 magic. 3 stress. Sleeping reduces stress to 0? Is that in, like, is it a set number or an actually to 0? Need to investigate that further. In the late afternoon, I'm sitting on my bed with the magazine when I hear a groan. Ugh. She drops her notebook on the floor. That was a terrible ugh, causing it to shed a couple of loose pages. What's the matter? Oh, nothing, just school. She falls backwards onto the bed and kicks off her shoes, letting them arc off in different directions. I'm also going to be terrible at maintaining these accents. Maybe I should just stop and only focus on Minerva. I hate school. Sitting still, taking notes, listening to lectures about things I know already or never need to know anyway. Blah! Well, you don't have to go to class every day. You were taking it easy today, huh? Anyway, it's different for you. If I goof off, my brothers will catch me. Not that I care what Donald thinks. But William is different. He's a good guy. He's always looked out for me. Where are you guys from, anyway? Massachusetts. Say, I know that place. Salem? No, Springfield. But, were there really witches in Salem? Sure, there still are. But I know what you mean. A lot of magical people are really connected to their homes. We tend to build a tower and defend it. If things go wrong at home, you fix them. Not so keen on moving. When times were bad for witches and wizards in Europe, they just hid better. They didn't go to America with the early colonies, not in big settlements anyway. And no wizards from Africa went there at all. It's the only proper magical people around were the natives, and by the time of Salem, they didn't want much to do with the colonists. Then, a couple of kids came out Wild Seed. That's why Wild Seeds are looked down upon. And there wasn't anybody to control them. So the witches they hanged were real? No. It was only those kids who were witches, but they didn't know it. When they started doing real magic, they were just as scared as the village people. So they blamed other people when the preachers told them to. And it was the other people who got hanged. Hard luck on them. Anyway, we have schools now, so that sort of thing doesn't happen. I guess it's important to go to school, huh? Yeah.